Good morning, good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, some of the wave counts across Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the Sigma coin. So, all right, jumping in, let's start with XRP. So XRP is still looking good on our indicator, right? We had a big bull flag set in here. The green was separating from the white. We have the lowest one here above the 50-yard line, and we've been continually marching higher. So this new candle is going to close today at in the next roughly 11 hours, a little less, is when this candle officially will close, and we'll have our new one starting up. So as long as we maintain all of this price action, we should be good. Zooming in on the shorter time frames, you can see that even the daily is still looking fine. We're starting to lose this guy a smidge. That guy's below the 50-yard line, but this one has not flipped negative, and so that can change in a day easily. That can get stronger because the day has just started. So nothing on the shorter time frames is indicating any issues with the momentum that we're playing. And we did have this fake out, but stop losses is how you play that, and invalidation levels. So zooming in on our XRP, we know where our invalidation level is. Still sitting at $1.96 basically. So there was a couple things of interest I wanted to show you here on XRP. First off, if we just take this, so here's this fib right here that I put into it. So I'm projecting that we're going to see $2.66. So what I've done is we have enough data now that this reactions at these fib levels that you could see are playing out here with complete back tests that are playing out almost perfectly to the fibs. You can drag this fib out and get an estimation on where you think the fifth wave would end, right? So right now this is $2.66. So, but this is also really shocking right here. When you take this and you pull this down to the current fib, again, look at how absolutely reactive this has been at all of these fib levels. You could just see that they're playing these fibs like a look at that, tagged right there, back test right there, hits this, rejects, breaks through, rejects, back tests. I mean, it's just clean, right? So these fibs are definitely the play that's being done here in this particular asset, and we're going to use those to our advantage to give us an idea of where we would think XRP would top out at, and that matches the liquidity that we know is sitting up there to the upside. So yeah, nothing is broken. We're still holding well above wave one, and even this structure that we have here this morning is a higher low. So as long as if this is a valid completion of the ABC, which is very violent, so an ABC, it's probably a WXY technically, we would have the count that I'm seeing it currently would put it at a, well, where's my tool? There it is. Okay, so we would have a WXY correction where we do an ABC down here, and then we would do an ABC back up here, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the downside. So there's your Y. So a WXYZ violent correction with a wave 1 and a wave 2 here on the minor time frames, and I bet you we could see the wave 1 off of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there you go. ABC. So anyway, so things are looking good, and the takeaway at this point is that I'm expecting that this should be a continuation. If we chop out here and we see price action move to the sideways for a really long time, you shouldn't be seeing the length of the time of wave 4 exceed this wave 2 move. So this super run right here ended up being a wave 2 move that lasted for what, 4 days? 11 days. Oof, long time. So if we end up having this go for another 11 days, we would want to start maybe considering that maybe something has gone sideways if we start seeing nothing move by January 17th. So we got ourselves a good 8 days. So in 8 days we don't see anything move to where we are now, then that's a good indication that something is amiss, and we probably want to start considering that the breakdown below this level is happening. So all right, but as of right now, nothing has changed on XRP. Jump over to Ethereum, same story. Nothing has changed over here, right? Still that higher low. We have not invalidated the wave 1 start, and we have our WXY correction, and then we go boom, and we're still valid, okay? But Bitcoin did invalidate. So there's our line. It crossed it, came back up. So this further confirms what we think X-Force is talking about, where he's talking about this type of structure, where if we see here right in this section, there's going to be a move up and a back down play. So this is going to be the real big test for the alts. Can, in a falling Bitcoin environment where Bitcoin comes back down and back tests this region down here, can we see the altcoins maintain their level 1 highs? And this is very likely to occur primarily due to the fact that our futures market shows that we still have a gap sitting right there. So we had this gap up here that was closed all of that, and then there's this gap sitting right here, which further leads to X-Force's view that we may very well be pulling down. So Bitcoin's giving us some weird mixed signals, but the rest of the market is still doing just fine, and XRP is still holding a higher low at this point, looking pretty good. So hopefully distribution from Bitcoin into the altcoins is the key. Sigma coin sitting here chilling, 600K. We got ourselves a back test of this region. We expected that. I would probably expect that we're going to fall even further down to 580 just to finish this inefficiency, and we'll be finding out how exactly that plays. But at this point, this is what you're looking for: 5-way move off the lows, and you got yourself an ABC. So now you just look for these inefficiencies, support regions over here where buying was stepping in, and with that, we should hopefully start seeing a pullback and backtest, which will then hopefully allow us to move beyond this level. So, all right, so there you go. So that's the basic check-in. So Sigma's still looking good. RSIs in the 4-hour are definitely working their way to be turned to the upside. We've got ourselves the invalidation levels on multiple assets. So we know that XRP, we don't want to see $1.96 or lower. So far, the count looks valid to the downside being completed. We should hopefully get ourselves out of here. And then we have Ethereum also reflecting of stability structure, getting close though, down to here. And then finally, you got yourself some Bitcoin that did invalidate, but it's potentially just playing into that larger triangle pattern that X-Force has provided. So, and then lastly, 3-day indicator, no probs, still looking great. Actually looking one of the more stronger moves, right? You can just see these moves move pretty good once they start going. So, all right, we will check in tomorrow, and thanks so much for watching.